Hello my witchy friends, welcome to the channel or welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. My name is Sophie, I'm the Midwest Magician, and today we are continuing our Vlogmas series. It is week 2 and I am kicking it off with a tarot spread for Yule. I found this tarot spread on Pinterest. It is by an account called Backyard Banshee. I will have their account linked in the description box down below. This is a 5-card spread and it's based on a Yule tree. Card 1 represents the roots and asks what foundations we need to strengthen for the year ahead. Card 2 is the trunk, asking what strengths we already possess that will aid in the new year. Card 3 represents the branches of our tree, asking what opportunities or paths should be explored in the year to come. Card 4 is the leaves, or in this case, the needles. This card is asking ancestors for guidance and advice moving forward. And finally, card 5 is the star on top of the tree, and that is meant to represent the ultimate goal or purpose for this next year. I know this reading focuses a lot on the year ahead, and this is something I plan to utilize when writing out my goals and intentions for the 12 days of Yule. I don't typically follow tarot spreads. I usually am a very intuitive reader, but I think I'm going to start a bit more because I really enjoyed having the structure of this reading, and I think it will be very helpful going forward too. It's not to say that I won't still read intuitively, but it will add a nice foundation or a starting point for future readings. Did you see that? I don't know what's going on. Spooky Yuletide spirits during this tarot reading. My first card was the Queen of Cups. The second was the King of Wands, which was perplexing, but I feel like the light flickering while I was contemplating that card really affirmed its message. The spirits really wanted me to know about that one. The third card was the Seven of Pentacles, the fourth was the Ace of Cups, and the fifth card was the Two of Cups. And then I did have 2 additional cards jump out, but I am going to keep those private just for myself. That reading gave me a lot to think about. Unfortunately, I am someone that really struggles with trusting myself, allowing for my intuition to come through. It always does, but it's something that I kind of have suppressed over the years, so that's probably one of the biggest takeaways from this reading, is that is something I need to allow to flow through me. I need to listen to my intuition, step into that knowing energy, and really just trust myself. The side cards that came out kind of let me know that I have all the tools that I need. I am somebody that has the resources. I've set myself up for success. and it let me know that a lot of my limitations are self-imposed, which I kind of already knew, but it's good to get that confirmation. It gives me a direction to kind of get started on, and it gives me things that I can work on letting go of for this new year to come. I am going to sit with the energy of this reading for a little bit because I do want to use what came through for my reading to kind of set up my intentions, manifestations, and whatever else I come up with for the 12 days of Yule, which is something that I'm planning to set up in the next Vlogmas video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But for today's video, I wanted to create a Yule log. I've actually never done one before, and in the true spirit of most of my videos, I am going to be working with what I already have. Instead of a full-blown circular log, I have firewood, and we have it kept in a nice dry place, so I'm going to pick my favorite piece of firewood. We will get that all decorated to become a Yule log, and then I do also want to dress some candles to put on it so that throughout the 12 nights of Yule I can go ahead, light my candles, and do a little ritual every night. And then I do also want to plan out my Yule feast. We definitely need to go grocery shopping before I can make anything, but I at least want to have a plan in place. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and start making this Yule log. I need to dress some candles to adorn this Yule log that I will be making. I am using cinnamon, clove, and rosemary for the candles. Cinnamon is to welcome warmth and good fortune into the home for the heart of this season. I'm using clove for protection, prosperity, and to invite in positive energy as we settle into these long winter nights. And rosemary is to clear the air and invite a clean and bright path forward. These candles will be the primary ones on my Yule log. However, I do plan to add 2 red candles. The traditional colors for Yule logs are red, green, and white. For me, the white candles represent purity, the freshly fallen snow outside, and kind of the new light that will be coming after the longest day. And the red candles are going to be representing things like life, passion, fire, and vitality. Honestly, the red candles could have just gone directly onto the log, but I am a sucker for a pretty candle, so I did want to give these kind of a drippy effect just for fun, just for some cool aesthetics. I know a lot of people drill holes into their Yule logs to place their candles. However, I do not have a drill bit that is big enough for that, so I am going the old-fashioned way and melting some of the wax on the bottom of the candle to make sure it sticks. I see this Yule log as an altar that I am bringing to life. Each item added is an offering, which is why I'm not using wire or twine to place anything. If items fall off, then they weren't meant for this Yule log, but luckily it seems like all of my offerings placed as I built it were accepted. Every night during the 12 days of Yule, I will be taking some time to light each of the candles while doing a small ritual. At the end of the 12 days, I do also plan to burn this log as a way to kind of wrap up the holiday, and I kind of see that as an offering to the sun as it slowly comes back minute by minute each day. For this being my first Yule log, I am pretty excited with the results, although I did make a giant mess with all of the cedar. It's starting to dry out, so it kind of crumbled and went everywhere, so I'm definitely gonna have to clean up. But first, I wanted to pull out my Witch's Feast book. I know I've featured this in a couple of videos, in my Samhain video and in a Witchy cookbooks video. I will have those two linked somewhere up here on the screen if you haven't seen them yet and would like to. But since I got this book, I have been consulting it for so many different feasts, and Yule is going to be no different. So I am going to flip to the Yule page. It's under Feast of the Earth. If you're new to my channel, I am vegan, so a lot of these recipes I have to kind of veganize, and this one is going to be no different. It is fire cider pickled eggs, lentils and roasted roots with walnut sauce. That sounds promising. Cheesy celeriac mash and cranberry gingerbread. So I'm definitely gonna have to make some adjustments, which is totally okay. I'm used to that anyways. I'll have to think of a creative idea to replace the eggs. So if you have any ideas, definitely let me know, but I'll be brainstorming on that. But for the pickles, it looks like I have to do that 1 week before the feast. So I have at least this week to plan out what I'm going to be doing. If I make it next week, I'll be able to eat it for Yule. I really love this recipe book because these are feasts that I personally would never have thought of myself, but they seem very seasonally appropriate and very delicious. For solstices and celebrations past, I would typically just look up a quick recipe to do the same day, but I really do love having a book that I can consult a week or two before any holidays or festivities. It makes everything feel a lot more intentional, and for me it's a lot of fun to kind of prepare and plan and get myself into the mood for whatever season it is that we are easing into. But I think I am going to end the video here. I want to start planning out next week's Vlogmas. I know I have an idea for another witchy craft that has to do with the Yule log. I need to plan out my 12 days of Yule, and I think we'll also end up making whatever fire cider pickled item I am going to substitute the eggs for. Honestly, maybe I'll do some tofu cubes because it could kind of be a similar texture to a pickled hard-boiled egg. I'll play around with that idea. But in the meantime, thank you so much for being here with me and getting ready for the holiday season. I really hope you're enjoying this Vlogmas series so far. If you made it to the end of the video, can you leave a little orange emoji to represent the oranges that we put on the Yule log? Thank you again for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.